welcome. Today I'm going to be making a requested recipe, which is black beans. And this recipe is for a very special girl who listens to my channel because she cannot see. And she knows who she is, and I want to tell her that you're very, very lucky. Even though you can't see, you're such a lucky child. So this recipe is for you. So here I have some black beans that I soaked overnight. And it's 3 cups. You could use as much or as little for your recipe. And I will leave the list of ingredients with the measurements down below in the description box. I have some chopped onions. You'll need some salt, some black pepper. I have some seasoned salt, some minced garlic, scallions, and some oil. So let's get started on putting this together. To a pot that's hot, you're going to add in some oil. And let the oil heat up. Once the oil is hot, add in your onion. And just let it saute a little until it starts to turn translucent. Now I'm going to add in my garlic. And my scallions. And just let this saute until the garlic starts to turn a light brown color. So my garlic is nice and light brown. I'm going to add in my black beans. And you want to make sure and wash these properly, because sometimes they could have grit. I'm going to put in my seasoned salt. And another thing you can add to this if you want is you can add some Cajun seasoning if you would prefer that instead of the seasoned salt. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt to taste, and we'll adjust the salt when it's finished, and some black pepper. Mix to combine. Just let this saute in here for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now I'm going to add in enough hot water to cover this and help it cook. So you want this to cook until your beans start to soften and your liquid in here has reduced by half, because we still have one more step to finish off the beans. So I'm going to let this cook until the beans soften and the liquid has reduced, and then we'll move on to the next step. So my beans have been boiling for about 30 minutes and it's not softening, and you'll find that sometimes when you buy beans that happens. So one tip and one trick that I do is I just like to add a little bit of baking powder, about 1/2 teaspoon, and that helps soften up that bean really quickly. So my beans are nice and tender, and that liquid has reduced to half. So what I'm going to do now is add the rest of ingredients to the beans. So here I have some chopped tomatoes, chopped sweet pepper, red and green. I have some roucou or annatto or roucou, and I will leave the link for this recipe up in the right hand corner. I have 1 Maggi tomato cube. Also, this is optional. If you can't get it, that's okay. And I have 1 tablespoon of ketchup. I also have here 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. So to the beans, I'm going to add in the ketchup, tomatoes, sweet peppers, and the 1 Maggi cube. You just break that in. And if you don't have the tomato cube, you can use a Maggi chicken cube or no chicken cube. Mix everything in. So I'm going to give you all 2 options on finishing this dish. You can either let this cook and let those vegetables get nice and tender, or you can leave it crunchy according to your liking, or you can go ahead and chunky this. So today I'm going to chunk it. So you have 2 options. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to put up another pot to heat up. And we're going to use that sugar and that roucou liquid to help chunky our beans. When your pot starts to warm up, add in your sugar and allow that to melt. Once your sugar starts to melt, you want to continuously stir it because you don't want it to start to burn. You want it to get nice and frothy and be a nice light or golden brown color. Now you see what's happening, it's starting to bubble up. I'm going to add in the roucou or uku. And be very careful because you do not want to get burned. And now I'm going to add in my black beans in here. Now you're going to allow this to cook for about 15 minutes until the sauce thickens up and your vegetables are cooked. Okay, so I just checked the beans. They are nice and tender. The vegetables are where I want it to be, and I also tasted it for salt. Now all you need to do now is dish this out, and this will be ready to serve with rice or macaroni pie, whatever you desire. So here you have it, my stewed black beans recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed today's dish, and I hope that special little girl out there likes what I made for her. So thank you all for watching, and if you're new to my channel and you like what you see on my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you all another day with another one of my recipes. Enjoy!